Shri Krishna, dear friends. So, when we talk about Sanatan Dharma, the first thing that comes to our mind are Vedas. And what are these Vedas? So, the scriptures describe Vedas as aporushe. Aporushe means something which has not been made by the humans. So, if they are not made by humans, then who made it? So, it is believed, and as it has been heard and as it has been passed on to us from generations, it is believed that these are the words of wisdom which came to the minds of the rishis when they were meditating and performing different kind of austerities. So Vedas are the voices of wisdom which came to the minds of the rishis when they were meditating in the forest or when they were living in the solitude. So Vedas are such interesting books of wisdom, which not only talks about spirituality, but it also talks about mathematics. It also talks about astrology. It also talks about science, meteorology. It also talks about economics, and it also talks about dharma. So it has a vast area which it is covered, and Vedas are basically divided into four. So there's Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samved, Atharvaved. So these are the four Vedas, and they've been compiled by Krishna Dwapayan, Veda Vyas. So we say compiled, like I said before, we cannot say that it has been created by Veda Vyas because, like I said before, they are Aporushe, and he's compiled it and put them together so that we can understand it in a way better. um and simpler way. So the Vedas are basically divided into two sections. So one portion or the major section of it is Karma Kand, and the second section is called the Jnana Kanda or the Jnana Kanda. So Karma Kanda is basically uh, the kind of austerities or the yajnas which are performed for the tasks which are otherwise performed by the nature itself. Suppose, like we know that rain, when the season is right and when the weather or the climatic conditions are just right, rain happens on its own. But what happens if the rain doesn't happen and there's famine in a certain part of the country? So Vedas in their Karm Kand section prescribe different kind of yajnas which are to be performed, and when you perform those yajnas, then you can get the rain. Similarly, progeny is a natural phenomena, and you reproduce, it's a very natural thing. But what happens if you're not blessed with a son or a daughter? So the Vedas, they prescribe certain kind of yajnas which are to be performed, and you can be blessed with the child. So these portions which prescribe different kind of yagnas and austerities to be performed for the activities which are otherwise happening naturally and which are natural in our surrounding. So these are called karma kandas. The Jnana Kanda is something which talks about the Brahman and the Atman, the soul and the super soul. Okay, and the methods of realizing that super soul in your soul, within yourself, is Jnana Kanda. And the Jnana Kanda is also known as Upanishads. So the word Upanishad in Sanskrit means, Upa means to come closer, Ni means to sit down, and Shad means to destroy. So what exactly it is? It is to go near to the Guru or your teacher, and you accept that you don't know, you accept your ignorance. So your ego naturally gets destroyed. So Upanishad means going to the teacher when you know, when your ego is already destroyed, and you know that you are ignorant of certain facts, and your teacher knows, or he has learned more through his wisdom. So then you go to him and seek that wisdom from him. So that is called Upanishads. So basically, broadly, there are 108 Upanishads which are known to us, but the primary Upanishads are 10, which are Isha Kena Kat Prashna Mundak Mandukya Taitriya, Aitriya, Chandogya, and Brihadaranyaka. So these are, what is this word called Aranyak? Aranyak is basically the portion of wisdom which has come to the rishis in the forest when they were living in the solitude. So aranyak means living in the forest, and brihad means bigger. So this is the biggest of all the Upanishads, which is called Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. And these are the biggest teachings which came to the rishis when they were living in the forest. So, and these another thing which is very important is why the Karma Kanda section is bigger in the Vedas compared to the Jnana Kanda. And why is it so? Because why do we perform any particular action? We perform action because it is driven by the desires, and we go to our jobs, we go to different places, we go to the school, to earn, to learn, or to get educated, and we go to the offices because we want to earn money. So there is always and always a desire backed by every action we perform. So every action we perform is backed by desires. So we have unlimited desires. So naturally, when we have unlimited desires, there are ample of actions which are to be performed. So the broader the, the more desires are there, the more obviously the actions and the prescribed actions in the Vedas will be. So for unlimited desires, there can be an unlimited number of actions which are to be performed. Hence, the Karma Kanda is very broad and bigger, and the Jnana Kanda is small, obviously, because the way to know or to realize that Atman, that Brahman in yourself, is very straight and it's very simple, and you need to basically realize him or it within yourself. So the path is very straight and very simple, and it is more of introspection, and it is more of the realization and making yourself better day after day, and working on your own self. So working on others is difficult, but working on yourself is actually the easiest thing to do. So I hope this video helps you with the basic introduction of Vedas and Upanishads. Thank you very much. Jai Shri Krishna.